Film watching time from TCO Studios. Paul Allen and my radio partner, Pete Bercich, analyst for the Vikings Radio Network, former player and coach for the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to take a peek at the Buffalo Bills. What are we going to see?
Well, Paul, we're going to see a pretty talented defense, dovetailed nicely by two really good outside linebackers / defensive ends, and an offense with a quarterback who, let's face it, has all the tools, but he's just yet to put them all together.
All right, let's take a peek. Buffalo Bills defense.
All right, well, one of the guys that you want to account for right away is this guy, Lorenzo Alexander, outside linebacker, very athletic. But with a lot of times with outside linebackers, what you don't see is the power coming off the edge and the ability to get himself in the throwing lane. And then at the end of the play, hustling down and getting himself, not only tipping the ball, but getting himself back in the pile. And we're going to get a great view of this.
Let me go back quickly, hit the play. Micah Hyde right here. What's Micah Hyde's role that far from the ball?
The reason they do this is kind of they call this the angel over your shoulders, meaning that no matter what happens here up in front, you have somebody deep. The other great part about this is that if any of these receivers decide to run a quick fade or run the fade, this safety's already at that level. So he's got the ability just to go that way and not have to deepen to get to the football.
And we remember Micah Hyde from his days with Green Bay.
Right. One of the things Micah Hyde, they're happy about is that he's playing safety. He's not a hybrid anymore, so he's hoping to settle into that role nicely. But we're seeing this off the edge. Look at this, the ability for a linebacker, and it's low man wins all the time. The running back has the opportunity to chip, but decides not to. Alexander gets his hands up in the air. It's almost an interception, incomplete pass, but then you see Alexander hustle himself and get him back in. So just one of the many talents that they have on the outside. Jerry Hughes, opposite side. This, my friends, is just pure speed. Getting off the ball, getting upfield, knocking that offensive lineman's outside hand down, and then dip and rip, get the back to him, get low, get the leg behind him, and then he comes down with the sack. So you can't fall asleep. So O'Neal might get an opportunity to start. We might have some younger, get a younger tackle on either side. They're going to be looking for him, and they're going to want to match some of the speed on them. Now we're going to get a chance to see what they're not doing so well. One of the things is just adjustments and communication. The Chargers come out. They have a tackle over situation here. So what does that mean? That means they have three big offensive linemen on one side, and they put the tight end on the other side. So most of the time when you see that, you think, well, they're going to run away from the tight end. They have all these big bodies, Sam Tevy, Russell O'King over here on this side, but the Chargers decide to turn everything back the other way. And when they do, the linebackers get confused. The linebackers, when they see a puller, they have to get over the top. You get a good block, a good cut block, and he's sprung for the touchdown. So they're having some issues with that, with communication and with some of the reaction.
Now, for the Buffalo Bills, number 49 is Tremaine Edmunds. He was one of 2 first-round picks by the Bills in 2018. And while he's super talented, some of the knocks for the first 2 games against Edmunds involve his pass coverage. I understand we're going to see that here.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see that. And what we're going to see is a very athletic linebacker, but just having problems and not anticipating and knowing where to fit. So what the LA Chargers do is they take their best athlete, Keenan Allen, they spread out the entire defense, and so they're going to get this one-on-one matchup with Tremaine Edmunds underneath. And this is the key. You get a 2-yard pass. So right here, Paul, he's catching that ball almost at the line of scrimmage, but now you're seeing the space. You see this umbrella right here, this whole big hole in the defense, and you have this one-on-one matchup with a linebacker and a guy who's a playmaker. Misses the tackle, gets to the second level.
So that's a bad angle by 49?
Absolutely. You have to identify and understand that, see that check down route earlier, and then understand that that he's going to spin out, and you have to slow yourself down, balance yourself out. Again, what the Chargers are doing, they're spreading out this defense of Buffalo. You can see all across the board, they get there's empty backfield. They're trying to get 3 receivers up. And the other side of this Buffalo defense, Paul, is that they're not communicating very well. So you're getting a shallow crosser, you're getting a clear route, you get a wheel route up top. One guy's coming in, one guy's going across, and there's nobody. He's passing it off, and there's no one there really to make that play. So they're not communicating well underneath. So whatever the defense, whatever ills they have, again, they have some very, very good athletes. They're just not putting it all together. So offensively, you're going to see a lot of the same things. You're going to see a very talented quarterback in this guy, Josh Allen. They're giving him the opportunity to get out there and show what he can do. The problem is, Paul, the plays are there. He's just not mature enough yet to see them and take advantage of them. And you're going to see right here, you have two wide open receivers. This guy is open definitely deep and outside. And, oh, by the way, they totally forgot to cover him.
And he's like this, hey,
exactly.
hey.
He's standing out there in front of the Charger bench saying, hey, what about me, what about me?
And Allen has a big arm. He should be able to get that.
He does. And the other thing you see, very little pressure. Very little pressure. He has a lot of room, but he decides to pull that thing down and run out of bounds. So this is yardage left on the table. These are the things that when you watch this film on Monday, as a player, you just get so disappointed.
So with that last play, is the teaching moment for Josh, get rid of the ball?
It is. It's more about awareness that you have an outlet over this way, but you're deeper out here. So your main read is down here, deep down the road. If you get the look that you want. If not, go to your outlet, and you're going to see that here that he just struggles with the progressions. So a similar route where you have a receiver coming across. The other one runs this clearing route, and you have a back that has flared out. So his number is 1, 2, and 3. So if there's nothing here, he can get it out to here, and now this running back has at least a good, solid 5 or 6 yards to do what he needs to do. But what he's doing, he looks, and then he stops and looks back into this. Now, this is not good. There's 3 defensive backs, 4 maybe, in the area of 3 wide receivers. So the number count is bad. He's just looking the wrong way. And now he misses the wheel route, which is wide open down the field. But this is what makes him good, and this is what makes him problematic, is he's still able to step, throw that football. A great adjustment by Zane Jones to come back and catch that football. Catch it once, they pay you to catch it once. Don't bobble it. So you can't fall asleep on him. I mean, you're counting on him. You're counting on Allen to be young, to be a young quarterback, to make those kinds of mistakes. But he does have some physical attributes that he can make up for it. So the last chance here, last opportunity here is just we mentioned his arm, but he can also do things on the ground. They're running basically what you see in college is the option, right? They're trying to single. He's staring at that defensive end to see if he's going to take the quarterback or take the dive. They take the dive. He bounces it outside. So he's not a great runner. As you can see at the end, he didn't finish it. But they're not afraid because of his athleticism to get him out and get him in some situations where he can run the football.